Now that Femi Falana has taken VDM to court, and Femi Falana is asking the court to uphold his name and ensure that his brand reputation is protected, which is fair and fine by me. And it's okay now to look at the fact that Femi Falana is defending his own name. But who is defending Nigeria's name? Who is upholding the integrity of this nation? Who is protecting the brand and image of Nigeria? Everybody is seeking for his own name to be protected. And I'm happy. If I had done this video a couple of weeks ago, like I was inspired to do, it will sound as though I am commonizing the severity of whatever it is the defamation would have done to Femi Falana's name. As a brand that is growing, I understand how important it is to uphold the integrity of your brand and protect your image. And so, of course, it's all good that he is going to court. But I've asked myself, in the last couple of weeks, since the release of that particular audio recording, which aspect of our constitutional government has been fighting to uphold the integrity, brand, image of the name called Nigeria? If you understand separation of power and this attendant element, you understand that while the legislature is saddled with responsibility of making laws, the executive execute the law and then create policies around these laws to ensure that it benefits the people. The judiciary is the one that interprets the law and punish the law offenders. That's the separation of powers. And then ask yourself, which of these organs have taken the pains of realizing how damaging this audio recording is? Who has taken the pain to investigate as well? Beyond the charades and the shenanigans that happened in the House of Rep, what has the president and the presidency did or done? What have they even done to look at this tape again and say, no, this is painful? What has happened in the EFCC? What has happened in the Nigerian Correctional Facility? Who is protecting Nigeria's name? If there is a name to protect in the first place, who is saying, no, I must protect the integrity of this country? Who? Femi Falana, as an individual, is going to court to seek the court's interest, to seek the court's wisdom in protecting his image and brand, because he understands the severity of this damage. But who cares about the severity of the damage that this is doing to the fiber of this country? If there's a country in its first place, if there is a country at all, you think this will go down like that? Now we begin to realize the difference between exposing corruption and fighting corruption. In the last years of this country's democracy, all we've heard is about exposing corruption and fighting. What Emefiele is doing currently with the EFCC and all that is rubbish. He says, we only exposed the same country where Yahya Bello, who is declared wanted by the anti-graft agency, who walked into the anti-graft agency's office and he was told to go home. Later that day, a couple of hours later, the anti-graft agency will send its officers and officials to the lodge of where the Ayabele is believed to be staying, and there was not a gun battle. We like drama too much. The Nollywood in this country has entered everywhere. That's the same thing the House of Rep does. Nollywood. As I talk to you, not a single officer has actually been suspended to the point that Nigerians are seeing that this is suspension. A while ago, somebody reported that Better Edu, the erstwhile Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, I think in that ministry and all that, blah, 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 was said to be yet to be receiving salary, even though there is a purported suspension from the ministry. Somebody said that, and the information wasn't public. In this country, exposing corruption is one thing, fighting corruption is another thing. And for all I care, even the next 50 years of this country, we'll continue to expose corruption and actually not fight it because we're a bunch of jokers. Hypocrites, that's what we are. VDM defamed Femi Falana. I agree. Okay, if that's anything you want to say, I agree. Who defamed Nigeria? Who is protecting Nigerians' defamation? That audio clip in a serious country will be taken seriously by all and sundry. But Aronuka will be making tweets and making calls. People will be running the task-getter. It will protect the integrity of this country. But nobody bloody cares. Nobody bloody cares. It was alleged that the EFCC, the highest anti-graft agency, anti-corruption tool and instrument that this country brags about, collected money to drop a charge in the charge sheet. You don't understand? Are we seeking foreign direct investment? Why are we asking Nigerians to get involved with public offices? Then the correctional facility, where law offenders are punished, had a way of excusing certain law offenders from going through the punishment they are supposed to be punished. And then somebody sat somewhere. I appreciate that Femi Falana is fighting for his own interest and image. Who is fighting for Nigeria's interest and image? And you think we are headed the right way? The presidency said nothing. It is social media noise for all you care. Bullshit. Rubbish. We are messed up. We are a messed up society. Don't deceive yourself. We are gone. There is nothing to salvage. Nothing to salvage. You don't like VDM, I agree. But that audio is damaging enough that we should take it serious. We should be taking it serious. We should bother everybody. Those things that came out from that guy's mouth, we should bother. Investigation should be in the highest form. A panel should be set up. Serious inquiry should be done. Tracking of all sides. By now, Bobrisky's phone should have been tracked to know exactly the location he spent all the time he was in jail. If there was anything like that. And then somebody wakes up tomorrow and says there's a country to fight for. There's a country to fight for. I'm happy that VDM has to learn now. He should learn. He's learning the hard way to see that the country is fighting for. It's not worth fighting for in the first place. What are you fighting for? What do you mean you are fighting? You are exposing corruption. You think it's the same thing as fighting corruption? The country is not fighting corruption. We are only exposing corruption. You are blaming Reno Omokri. After exposing in clear terms that this man was a drug dealer, people still went on to say even if we will vote for him, you expect him to be. Let him go and stay with the man. We should destroy the country the more. That's what he has done. That's what he's doing. You heard him yesterday. He said that he would rather vote Tinubu. He has agreed. You don't know. People that have chosen to campaign for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are actually mocking this country. To say those of you that voted this man, even after we shouted, and you want to uphold the integrity of the country, you want the things to work, you want to agree that the country has hopes, then you voted, you supported and campaigned for a drug baron. He's going to join him to sink the country more. That's what he's doing. You don't know. That is interpretation. And you expect David Odoye to put his life on for who? Who deserves it? Bro, face your life, man. Face your life. If you have chance, you tweet about it. If you have chance, you make a few videos, and that's fine. But it's about you at the moment. You and your family. PDOM Nigeria released several draft sheets, several memos, internal conversations happening in government, and all leaked several things. He was charged to. He was arrested in a draconian style, taken to court. Nigerians went on their normal. It wasn't a big deal. People celebrated rubbish conversation online when people like that. There's a Nigerian journalist that was charged, that was taken to court and remanded without due process. He went on to release. He did a damaging article or video, a documentary of a Nigerian legislator who had entered some very bad businesses, collected some money and did rubbish project. The man was remanded. Nigerian court no longer look at the substance and evidences. It is now about protecting image of people. We have messed up. Now people conveniently say how much you get to for judge. As a man I was born, as a young boy I was born, that grew up in the hands of a police officer. I used to see people come to beg my father at that time and say, what do we do? Say, oh, he will say in Bini also be judge in Egiayu, there's nothing we can do. Our little. Let's see we are able to. That is what my father used to say growing up. He thought there was hope for the country. Also be judge. It's not in the hands of a judge. There is nothing that we can actually do anymore. My father should wake up now and see the country that he wanted to be a good and upright man for. Waste. Also be judge in it. It is not in the hands of a judge. He will look at all the facts and all the things. You just have to go and wait. But now it's a lie. People are confidently telling you, bring 10 million, let's give to a judge. Who is fighting for Nigeria? Who is protecting Nigerians' image? You and I. You think me? That's social media noise. If they rate us at all, that audio was enough to call for an executive council meeting and ask that heads must roll. But it's a normal thing. I said it somewhere that the Bobrisky godfather must be a high-ranked APC member. I said, do I have facts? if he is not, you can't be an opposition and have such level of ability and capacity to quench a charge and take him out of prison and put him in a lodge when he's serving J term. Forget about the country.